Multiple reports reveal President Biden is growing increasingly frustrated with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. One America's Monica Page has more.
Multiple outlets are reporting President Biden's disparaging comments about Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu behind closed doors. NBC has reported that Biden calls the prime minister a pain and has previously called him, quote, a bad effing guy privately. The reported comments come as the president has faced increased pressure from within his own party to declare an immediate ceasefire, resulting in the president calling for a 6-week ceasefire in Gaza. For more on these comments, I want to bring in spokesperson for Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's office, Tal Heinrich. Tal, thank you so much for joining us. How is the prime minister reacting to these reports of Biden's private comments?
Well, Monica, thank you for having me on today. As you said, they are reports. We're not commenting on such reports. I can tell you that both Washington and Jerusalem, at the end of the day, want to reach the same things in this war that Israel didn't start and didn't want. We want to see all hostages back home with their families. We want to see Hamas terrorist regime eliminated in Gaza and making sure that this territory will never emanate another terror threat to us again. And while we're doing this, we also want to see the minimal civilian casualty and minimal civilian suffering in Gaza. And I can assure you and the viewers that Israel is taking its utmost unprecedented efforts in the history of modern urban warfare, counterterrorism, to make sure that this war, and wars are a dangerous thing, as you know, is as less dangerous as possible for the civilians of Gaza, because our fight is not with them. Our fight is with Hamas.
And Tal, out of curiosity, does the prime minister have any sort of reservations about working with Biden, given his approach to the war and Biden's private comments?
Well, we appreciate the support that we've had from the White House so far since the beginning of this war. If it's material support, if it's moral support, if it's support coming from the U.S. Congress or the American people, of course. The United States is our best friends. You are the best allies. We take advice from allies. We consult with allies. We share our concerns with allies. And more so when our allies, in certain instances, have set the benchmark for urban warfare. For example, if you look at the IDF's conduct in Gaza and you compare it with the international coalition to defeat ISIS and the conduct in Mosul, for example, and you look at the different categories, the comparable ones of civilian to combatant casualty ratio, humanitarian efforts in an enemy war zone, the pace and the scope in which we take out these terrorists, you see that Israel compares favorably in each and every one of these categories.
Tal Heinrich, spokesperson for the office of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Monica.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.